we're going to have the Space Force.
4 years ago, President Trump unveiled the sixth branch of the U.S. military, Space Force. At first, it was the butt of jokes. Space Force has emerged as perhaps the most important branch of the military. We flew to Colorado, to Schriever Space Force Base, got in an unmarked government van, and arrived at what's called the Aggressor Barn. The servicemen and women inside are called Space Force aggressors. Are they pretending to be bad guys right now?
So right now, they're going to replicate a threat.
A threat.
Yeah. And so whatever the training objective may be, their goal is to replicate as accurate as possible what a threat could look like in a conflict.
Okay, coming up on...
The biggest threats right now when it comes to space are China and Russia, but especially China.
This is our GPS threat replication system.
The Space Force aggressors show us how with somewhat basic, inexpensive equipment, our adversaries can block satellite signals. They turn this machine on, and the Garmin GPS I'm holding suddenly goes dead. So basically with $10,000 worth of equipment, an adversary could take out GPS equipment.
Yes, over an entire area. They could take out an entire airport for just a few $1,000s.
And more sophisticated equipment can do even more damage.
And so right now, we're going to raise the power on this.
China, or even more primitive adversaries like terror groups, can and have tried before to block our satellite signals that beam back important surveillance images. Stopping that, which Space Force does and does very well, is why they've become so important for every branch of the military, and for every single American. Remember, satellites power our phones, our power grids, pretty much everything.
I believe, personally, that I think the next war will be cyber and space.
What does a war in space look like? I mean, when I hear space in a war, it's kind of freaky.
It's not just, war in space and aliens coming and, people shooting like Star Trek and something like that, but their everyday life could change.